I'm thinking of cutting my hair. Does that make me a bad person? I still enjoy my ex-girlfriend's YouTube videos. Does that make me a bad person? I'm in love with love. Does that make me a bad person? I feel the power in a kiss. Does that make me a bad person? I try to keep my feelings secret. Does that make me a bad person? All I really want is a person I can call my girlfriend. Does that make me a bad person? There are people I would not be friends with if it were not for Mass Effect. Does that make me a bad person? I prefer cake. Does that make me a bad person? I have been physically and mentally attracted to every girl I've met this quarter. Does that make me a bad person? I am obsessed with sex. Does that make me a bad person? I am an introvert. Does that make me a bad person? I play the bass and guitar. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I just want people to talk. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I just want to cuddle. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I hate myself, and sometimes I'm an arrogant ass. Does that make me a bad person? My ego's like my stomach, it keeps shitting what I feed it. Does that make me a bad person? I stole that from Cursive. Does that make me a bad person? I enjoyed the film Enchanted. Does that make me a bad person? Completely honest with a person I've been in a relationship with. Does that make me a bad person? I wish things were simple, but I love the complex. Does that make me a bad person? I don't say most of the compliments I want to say. Does that make me a bad person? I do the bare minimum and know it's not enough. Does that make me a bad person? There is nothing I feel hate for. Does that make me a bad person? I missed the figurative boat and now I'm drowning. Does that make me a bad person? I can't sleep. Does that make me a bad person? I'd be better dead, but I don't want to be. Does that make me a bad person? Sometimes I feel like a nihilist. Does that make me a bad person? I don't feel bad when I get angry on the internet. Does that make me a bad person? I joined LiveJournal just to read the anonymous confessions. Does that make me a bad person?